You are now tuned in to Rebel Radio.
All right. What is going on, guys? It is a very lit situation. I'm gonna put this shit here so YouTube can stay there.
bro.
So this is Rebel Radio. I'm Salvador,
I'm Michael fucking Cruz.
and this is our first episode. Today we are going to be reacting to some recent videos on the new Andrew Tate debacle and everything surrounding that at the moment. Me and Mikey ourselves are most of the things he says we personally agree with, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, I'm very open-minded, and I don't like to, just take one person's mindset fully in. So that, of course, there's shit I don't agree with, but for the majority, he's saying some pretty real shit.
That's a fact, and for the majority of the shit that I don't agree with, usually most of it is it's just him being an asshole on purpose.
Yeah,
which is
to
why
get
I don't
views.
give a fuck. Exactly.
Facts.
So, is there anything else you want to say before we?
Now let's get into
shit
this,
YouTube?
bitch.
All right, cool. So, see, this is like the regular media portraying
Yeah,
whatever
like
bullshit they
look
want to
at the
portray.
things that the
Let's see. Let's start
Andrew
with.
Tate
Let's start with.
arrested in Romania on allegations
Tonight,
of rape,
social media provocateur
human
and
trafficking.
ex-kickboxer.
About it.
Tonight, social media provocateur and ex-kickboxer Andrew Tate facing legal trouble in Romania. The former reality TV star, along with his brother Tristan and two others, were apprehended Thursday in Bucharest on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group, according to Reuters. Prosecutors say they found evidence that 6 women were abused, adding that the suspects were exploiting them and forcing them to make pornographic content. A lawyer representing the brothers confirmed the arrests and that a Romanian court agreed to keep Tate detained for 30 days, adding that he felt they were, quote, no grounds for taking the most drastic measures. The brothers had been under investigation since April, according to prosecutors. Tate, a former contestant on Big Brother.
Every single thing is going to change. Everyone who is friends now will not be friends 10 minutes after I arrive.
A self-described success coach.
Welcome to the real world.
Has amassed a massive social media audience, known for his misogynistic remarks and controversial opinions on masculinity. For example, this interview.
You think women are as smart as men? Well, it's been proven that the smartest people in the world are men. Men are more likely to be on the extremes. So the most stupid in the people.
Like, look.
This is an example because they just took a TikTok clip. Look at it. It says TikTok.
Yeah, but another thing I want to just take into consideration, the question itself is wrong. Like, which gender is smarter? Like, bro, the fuck? There could be very smart females and very smart men, right? So that it's just a dumb question to ask. It's obviously trying to provoke a dumb answer out of him, and I think he got that and gave the dumb answer. Which, I mean,
any answer would be dumb though, because you're even
exactly,
if you say women are smarter. What the fuck are you even saying? Because it's so stupid. Let's keep going.
So this has all been proven.
By who?
Read the study.
What study, bro?
Google it.
His remarks clearly often.
That's a cut up.
indignation.
Hey,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
whole
It was a
shit cut
TikTok.
up. That was cut up because that's not the response that happened right after. He didn't say Google it after and all those things after. That's bad news.
It's literally
Come on.
all. You could tell it's cut up though because it's transitioning so quickly. Like he's not.
So
and then they put him saying Google it like aggressively, like if he just like interrupted them, was like Google it, just fucking Google it. Like, relax.
And they've gotten him banned from most major social media platforms. But Elon Musk recently reinstated his Twitter account.
And Elon is truly a hero of free speech. And
His reestablishment resulting in millions more followers. He ended up taunting environmentalist Greta Thunberg while driving his car collection.
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Right, when it comes to the whole climate change and the whole everything like that, like I do believe in climate change, all those things like that. But What I do agree you should be doing is going after big corporations that are emitting way more carbon into the world, bro. You're not gonna come at a man for having supercars that emit so much less carbon than fucking factories that are destroying the world, bro. You dumb. Like, come on. You really think his little cars is affecting the world compared to the craziest shit that's happening cruise ships? You know how much fucking gas they let off carbon they let out? It's ridiculous, bro.
That too, and honestly, I don't care about climate change. I'm not gonna lie, but if you are gonna complain and fight for some change, make it make sense. Like this guy with his 33 cars is not putting a dent in whatever these factories and big tech and big oil and all that stupid shit is doing.
She responded, telling him to get a life, and he fired back with this video.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
Tate tweeted a video.
Yo, this is just funny because people really take the shit that they're watching right here, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm glad this guy got arrested. This guy's a dick." Fucking just this whole
Yeah, that's wild. People that be saying that is wild. Like,
the whole persona that they're pushing is ridiculous at this point, and it's so obvious. Like it's so obvious.
yeah, like you just
Saying
gotta
he
be
was
an
in Romania.
NPC, bro.
Literally.
NPC for sure. Like, if you don't tell they're trolling, like one thing I don't like to do is judge a person without seeing like their like. So, for example, if
Without seeing the
somebody's
real
supposed to
context, like if I see a fucking
exactly,
video like that, I'm gonna go look up the interview and be like, all right, I want to see what this guy's talking about.
exactly, I'm
Then
not just
you
gonna
look
be
at a
like
video and this nigga has all the context matched up, and the shit that you just saw didn't even make sense.
at all. Like, if you search up fucking Andrew Tate super yacht party, you're going to see mad females.
None of them, by the way, have been
Ever.
they're not what's that
Like, they
called?
don't fucking say I don't want to
They're
be
not
here.
they're not against their will.
Like, what the fuck? There's been testimony of females coming out saying, like, yes, I have been with Andrew Tate. And yes, he has treated me so amazingly. And yes, he didn't care for sex or any of those shit. And it's like, it's just crazy to me how that
And
could
people are
be
like, there's no
said. I don't
way
know.
she has to be being fucking coerced into thinking like this. I'm like,
At
shut
the end of the
fuck
day,
up.
I don't know truly if it happened or didn't, but I do truly feel like it doesn't sit me the right way, bro. They talked about, I don't know if you want to dive into this, but Andrew Tate made another video where he was talking about the three things that try to happen. You know, they ban you off all social media.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Don't even
All
worry
right,
about it.
all right. So let's keep watching.
Just days ago, but it's unclear how authorities tracked him down. In July, Tate denied accusations he was misogynistic or involved in human trafficking in an email to NBC News. But after a raiding of his property in an upscale neighborhood by Romanian police, he's facing a far more serious legal battle. Ali
Okay,
Arouzi,
wait. Can you pause?
NBC
Can you pause? Can you pause? There's different laws in the US compared to Romania. In Romania, they're allowed to, if you're a suspected anything, they are allowed to raid your house. Once they raid your house, they can
Yeah,
if
with
there's
no probable cause.
no probable cause,
Just
no
a thought.
warrants,
They
no
could
none of
just
that.
think.
Yo, bro, I got mad weed in the crib, bro. They come in my crib, they gonna keep me for another 30 days because I got drugs. Right? He had a fucking table that was it's a art table
I think we're about
where
to
it
see.
has
Oh wait, no, they didn't show it. Never
they
mind.
they're not gonna show it because they're trying to give a certain portrayal. They're not gonna say the real. The fucking table is an art table where they got a gun inside of the table, and it's like all clear, so it looks like there's an actual gun sitting on the top. There's some drugs there too, stacks of money and shit like that. But it's not real. It's a
Yeah, it's not
fucking
real.
desk. You can't reach the gun. You can't reach the money, the drug. There, it's not real, bro. So maybe that's why they took him in for another 30 days. But this
No,
happened
I'm
before.
100% sure they took him in for 30 days. They did not find evidence or none of that. They just know that he's flight risk. Because if they would
Yeah,
have let him out tomorrow,
he would
he
have been
would
in
have left
Dubai.
the country
He would have been in Dubai. I would have been in
without a
Dubai
doubt.
too.
I mean, I would have been anywhere but Romania or anything that got ties with the U.S. like this.
Exactly.
News.
Okay, that's done. So now we're gonna get into what happened, how this all started, right?
Oh man.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this.
Oh, before anything, that's another thing. If you even have the slightest bit of attention span, with the Kanye thing, with the Andrew Tate thing, you see how fast they are trying to silence these people.
Yo,
Like,
so fast. Like, fuck
and
Andrew
then people
Tate for a
still
second.
have the audacity to be like, "There's no, he's just crazy." This, that, and the third. Like, what?
Fuck Andrew Tate for a second, bro. Kanye West, my fucking idol, has been missing for 7 days now.
Oh, we're gonna get into that later too.
7 days, bro.
That I'm not really
Bro.
worried about. I'm pretty sure he's just like trying to not be outside or whatever.
I hope. I really
But
do, man.
the thing is that people are still so brainwashed that they really think that just because these big companies are silencing them, that they should be silenced.
Yeah, like
with no
fuck?
with and then even when the people, like Kanye said, like he mentioned Jewish business, all the Jewish businesses cut ties with him, proving his point that they don't give a fuck about minorities or none of that shit or any kind of impact that we have on
just saying
society.
the truth. And I
But-
mean, Kanye been on his shit, bro. And as a minority myself, I know all the things that he has done to help better the community. And one of the biggest things he did was the Donda School. And
Yeah,
that didn't have all of the classes
a school in
that
general.
a school has. It had so many extracurricular things that would advance you in the world when you're my age,
As a
21.
minority.
These kids would be able to be making money that white people are making at our age. That's what he was
Exactly.
trying to do. He was trying to help improve minorities' lives, bro.
And it's not even let's get away from like the money aspect, right?
Yeah,
Think
for real,
about
for
it
real.
like what we have to access as minorities compared to white people. A white person in the suburbs in their private schools, their curriculum, there's a bunch of extracurriculars. There's things to do. There's ideas being shared. This, that, and the third. In a public school in the Bronx, honestly, public school in the Bronx, honestly, I mean, in Harlem is not that bad, but for the basis of schools, there's a certain agenda towards minorities, and there's not a lot offered in the minority sector of schools.
Yeah, I went to a fucking Catholic school, bro.
Catholic school's
All
even worse. There's
fucking,
definitely
all
nothing.
fucking boys' school. My mom wanted to, make
No,
sure I was
no,
going
fuck high
down the
school.
right.
'Cause high school, you already
Oh,
have your own mentality, right? I'm
that
talking
is true.
about like
It's true.
as a elementary, middle school. Like that's when
Oh,
you're
even
really.
elementary. Even elementary. I went to a
Oh
fucking
yeah, you went
Catholic
to a Catholic
elementary
school.
school. Bro, like, oh my God. After school, the white kids can go to a fucking skate park or, they don't have to worry about these types of things.
They have more
as a
access.
kid, yeah, they have more access to everything. I, as a kid in elementary school in the Bronx, had to deal with getting chased with knives, trying to get robbed. I ain't have none of the, extracurricular shit. The only extracurricular thing I had was basketball and music. And that's what a
Anything-
lot of minorities have.
It's a while.
And Kanye was trying to help kids better their lives. And what happened? He said a little bit of words that, a lot of people didn't like. He didn't break a law, right? This is a thing I want everyone to understand. If you break a law, bad things should happen to you. He didn't break a law. He said words that were controversial. And
controversial,
it got his schools taken down.
They
It got
said he
his
was being
churches taken down.
anti-Semitic. I'm like, anti-Semitic. He just said, just because he mentioned their race or religion, Jewish people is kind of like both at this point. But
Which that in itself don't understand. To me, Jewish people are not a race. It's a religion. I mean, it's like
it is a
Christianity.
religion, but they've created a kind of society. We'll just say that, and we'll just continue.
At the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail, and if that fails, they kill you. So now I'm down to my last 2 lives, which is also why while I'm answering this question, I'm still being careful how I'm answering it. I'm not telling you
Scary
everything.
shit.
It's scary because they've given me the warning, and I'm still running my mouth.
Yeah.
So that's scary. The truth is this. So I
Oh, okay, it played. So as you guys can see, and he is right. If you even pay attention to fucking history, bro.
History? Oh my
before
god.
before cancellation was even a thing. People who opposed
Just got offed. Just got
off.
offed.
There
Like,
wasn't even
that's
like a
it.
jail. Well, some of them, yeah, they got jailed or tortured or whatever because society, they got a little less barbaric as time goes on. But in the beginning, it was you're dead. If you don't agree with us, you're dead. You're gonna have to
Like,
run somewhere or do something.
and I was big my whole life on history was like one of the most non-important shit. We don't know what really happened. But like when you start diving into history a little bit, you start reading classified, shit. It's a bit concerning. It's a bit concerning to me how the public can allow their mind to be swayed a certain type of way. All they gotta do is a little bit of research, a little bit.
Just
You
the
go on
slightest.
the slightest, and you're gonna see how all the people that tried to make major changes in this world and allow people to think more freely. What happened to them?
They got offed or they got put somewhere or they got assassinated. Like JFK, they recently released that shit that the CIA was involved. Nobody talked
Man.
about that though, because I really didn't even hear shit about that.
And if we're gonna dive into JFK, bro, how does it make sense? I random topic. I just gotta do it, bro. How does it make sense, right? That they said JFK was shot from the back. The guy was in a building or whatever, and he was sniping him. So how does it make sense in the actual video? If you want, you can pull it up on YouTube. JFK assassination.
Nah,
He
we're
gets
not doing
shot and goes back. Like he gets shot and moves back. If you're getting shot from this way, you should fall like this, right? How do you get shot and move back?
It's all good. I don't.
And
I don't
the
involve
exit
in
wound,
conspiracies.
the exit wound is in the back of his head. That one is wild, bro.
Anyways, our point is that when you are opposing the ideology that is trying to be pushed and the narratives and the agenda that these higher ups have, you are going to face some
Drastic
extreme
repercussions.
difficulties. Yeah.
Yeah, they have all the money in the world. I mean, you don't have all the money in the world. We don't have all the money in the world. If we did and we had a plan, we would try and stop things from fucking up our plan. So think of it like the government. They have all the money in the world. If you're fucking up their plan, what is going to happen to you?
You are dead.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and then they're gonna turn you into this. What they're doing with him though is demonizing him, which is like the new thing because of the canceling though. I think it's like just the cancel culture thing that just demonizes people for anything. They'll find tweets from 2012, tweets from 10 years ago, and be like, "Oh, this guy is this kind of guy
Horrible
because he
person.
tweeted this so long ago," and it's like, bro, I've tweeted dumb shit or whatever. I don't
I've
give a
tweeted
fuck.
the
Though.
craziest shit in the world. Listen, I
I
think,
still do, but I just
yeah, I think it's pretty simple, bro. I think people got to start looking at life as in, people make mistakes, people grow, people are in certain mindsets from younger ages, and then they have to develop. It's about environment and all that shit. And if you don't truly care to help someone, don't bring them down, bro. That's just something I grew up on. I don't know why people been doing it, and it's fucking weird.
exactly.
I'm a big advocate of innocent.
Isn't this
until proven
the mob guy?
Not too sure, but
He was
yeah.
the-
Wait, hold
He's the
up.
mafia.
He had a good point. I am very, very big on innocent until proven guilty. What the fuck is going on in the world now that niggas don't even get convicted of any type of real crimes? It's just allegations, and especially when it comes to females, those types of allegations. Literally,
immediate.
you're guilty until proven innocent. When it comes to that,
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
proven guilty.
Not about to watch all
I'm
this.
very blessed.
But this
And
is
as
the
always-
this guy used to be in the mafia.
Praise, we give God all the praise, honor, and glory for that. Today, I am going to talk about something that just about everybody on social media should be aware of, and that's the recent arrest of Andrew Tate. Now, who is Andrew Tate? Well, if you're on social media, unless you've been living under a rock, You know who Andrew Tate is. He's one of the biggest influencers, if not the biggest, on social media of recent months, recent times. He was a kickboxer, very successful. He was a champion. He has been in the news for a lot of his views, I would say, on women, on manhood, on young men being men, and he's attracted a lot of attention. Well, he was arrested recently in Romania, where he resides, from what I understand. And he was arrested allegedly for human trafficking. Let me go back a little bit first. Back in April, he was arrested again and detained when there was a tip that there were some women being held in his house against their will. That turned out to be a false allegation. There was no truth to it. I don't even believe he was arrested. He was asked to come down to the station house for some questioning. After about 45 minutes, they released him. And I think Andrew explained that he was victim of swatting, where some people, just to get even with him that didn't like him, made some false accusation that something was going on in his house. And that's why the police arrived and detained him for questioning and found out there was nothing wrong. Nothing had happened whatsoever. He was taken off of social media, again, allegedly for being a misogynist. They said at one time, I think he was on a television show, he was banned from that show because they said he was beating a woman. That turned out to be not true. The woman said that she was with him consensually. Another allegation that
I just want to let you guys know that all these allegations are false. Your mic is muted. I hope you know that.
Okay. That was a big allegation. That I
That's
remember
huge.
when that came out, and that was a huge allegation. Andrew Tate, woman beater, beats a woman, bro. Then the female came out with the video saying, "It's just sexual activities. I like to be spanked. I like this shit." Like, that's a little crazy that the girl never even said that to begin with, but the whole world got the narrative. He's a woman beater. How? How did that spread so fast?
The
Who
media,
pushed
man.
that out so fast? I wonder.
I
Use your head, people.
wonder.
Use your head, people.
was not true. Now, obviously, when you're accused of misogyny, which nobody really agrees with, and I'm not saying he's a misogynist, I don't think he calls himself a misogynist, although he may have some different values because he's Romanian. They think differently there. A lot of the left is obviously not happy with him and has been talking about him and deriding him a lot. And look, I want to say this at this point in time, just some, details about the arrest. He has been arrested along with his brother. And again, the allegation, he hasn't been charged yet. The allegation or the investigation is around human trafficking. Allegedly, 4 women, I believe, were held without their consent and forced to do some things that allegedly were pornographic. And they were forced to do that without their consent. And that's what we're hearing, what the allegation is. Now, let me be really clear on this. He hasn't been charged. It's an arrest at this point, at least at the time of this video. Hasn't been charged. And even if he is charged, by the time you see this video, doesn't mean that he's guilty. Remember that. In this country, in America, we're innocent until proven guilty. And let me tell you something. I stand by that 1000% because people, you understand this. People in law enforcement, people in government, people on the streets often lie. They often make mistakes with arrest.
Especially against rich people.
Let me tell you something. If you don't know this, it's 200 and some odd people, maybe more at this point in time, have been freed on death row. They were accused of, indicted for, and convicted of murder. And DNA testing proved that they were innocent. So are mistakes made? Yes, they're made quite often. And it's very, very tough to fight the government. So
Quite often, the fact that 200 people on death row that the government was ready to kill were proven not guilty.
Imagine that was you. Like,
imagine
whatever viewer is watching, imagine you get put in a jail and you are about to die. And then days before you're about to die, so much must be going in your head. I would have probably tried to beat up a couple fucking COs, try to escape. I'm gonna fucking die and I didn't do this shit. I would be going crazy. And then you get let off and they just say, "I'm sorry, it was a mistake."
It was a mistake. That's all they say too. They just be like, "Oh, bro, my bad. Like, just go back. Just forget about the fucking time you just wasted and all that shit." Like the guy. Oh my god, the Central Park kids
Oh,
wasted
let's not
12
even
plus
talk
years in
about it.
jail.
That's
And
not
then
it.
people see this and still assume it
And
doesn't
still
make sense.
trust the government,
Government.
cops,
Like,
anybody.
what?
Like, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Understand this. Just because somebody has been arrested and charged, don't automatically assume that they're guilty. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I've been in communication with Andrew. We've had conversations back and forth through text and otherwise. And there's some things that Andrew stands for that I really agree with. Young men being men. We have a lack of that, especially in the
A big lack. Let's talk about that.
For a fact.
The lack of men that are bitch ass right now is crazy.
Next level. Next level, to be honest
there are
with you.
just so many guys that are just. It's just a sad case.
Very sad case. Like men need strong figures in their lives. And if they don't got it, they turn into the other figures they have in their life, which are usually females. And so they turn into bitches. So yeah.
Yeah, that's all we got to say about that.
United States, and young men have to be guided in how to be a man. It's important, and Andrew talks about that. Is he abrasive at times? I get it. Look, he speaks what's on his mind. Some people don't like it. Is some of his views kind of controversial? Okay. I don't say I agree with everything that he's saying, but as far as his views on young men being men, I have to agree. And it's a major part of what I'll be doing over the next several months because I see a dearth of manhood among our men. And you know what? In our military, we want men. When a guy is walking down the street with his girlfriend, his wife, his sister, his daughter, and they get attacked for any reason by some drunk guy or some homeless guy, I don't want the guy to sit there while the women start to fight. I want the men to do the fighting. That's what men do. They protect their women. Okay? So I agree with
A concept that is foreign at this point.
Very fucking foreign at this point, bro. And it's fucking weird, bro. Let a nigga say anything to my girl, bro. It's up. We gonna have to fight. I'm not. I'm gonna do what I know I'm supposed to do. A lot of these men not gonna do that,
They
and
not
it's
about
sad,
it.
and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
I've disrespected so many men.
Yeah, and
in
it's
front of the day. It's so crazy, bro.
yeah.
The fact that they even allow it, and I'm not even like that, but I could get like that. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that you even are allowing someone to, what's that called? Like, just strip your manhood like that is crazy.
Yeah.
that, and I'm not going to expand upon it now, but let's get back to Andrew. I find it very, very, very hard to believe that somebody in his position would engage in what they're accusing him of engaging in. First of all, he's a very wealthy guy. He can get any woman he wants.
That's another thing too. Like you think the most famous guy in the world,
The most
gonna-
viewed man on Google.
literally the most searched man on Google, is going to risk his life
He's
doing
gonna
some shit.
kidnap some girls,
Like
bro.
the amount of money he has, you think him selling girls pornographic videos or whatever?
You think
is
that
gonna-
little what? That's like a little 20,000-30,000 he could probably make in a month doing OnlyFans. You get these bitches. You think he cares about that? Search up his fucking net worth. It's hundreds of millions of dollars. Why would he?
I'm
Why
not gonna
would
lie.
he fucking risk everything for a quick $30,000-$40,000, bro?
Exactly.
Come
And
on,
I
bro.
feel like he's so active on social media. Like, when would he even have time?
Like what the fuck? He's doing interview after interview.
And I feel like if, like, with everybody with a phone, like somebody would have recorded or had some kind of real proof online. But what are we gonna do, bro?
He's a good-looking guy, and so is his brother, by the way. They're a good-looking, pair, the two of them. Why he would engage in something like that is beyond me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Here's something
It
that
don't.
is rather strange.
Literally.
Is it a coincidence? I don't know. But Greta Thunberg, you know who she is, the climate activist. He got into a beef with her.
I didn't even know who this bitch was
I
until
know
this happened.
I know who she was because that
all.
big speech that she made. That shit came out like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Fuck that speech.
Okay, she's a darling of the left. Well, within 2 or 3 days, she gets arrested. Doesn't sound right to me. Again, it might be a coincidence. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. And people, we're allowed to express our opinions. This is my belief based upon what I know. to
And
this
that's
point. Now,
why,
let me
hold up. And that's why Rebel Radio was fucking created.
Yeah.
We want to let everyone know that expressing your opinions is completely okay.
And putting the
Completely okay.
pieces together like he's doing, you're just putting pieces together. This girl is like one of, like, from what I could tell, like the princess of the left. Like the most left you can be. And he insulted her, and then the next day he's arrested, but nobody wants to put two and two together, but it's okay.
be clear on this too. Human trafficking is horrible. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It
Yes.
really is.
For
And if
real.
there's any truth to the allegation, well, law enforcement will take care of it. But at
Facts.
this point in time, I have a hard time believing it. And I want to tell the
Facts.
people on the left this. If anybody starts accusing him of this before he's found guilty or before the evidence is there to support the allegation, let me ask you this. Are you concerned what's happening on our southern border? Do you understand the human trafficking that's going on down there? Don't take my word for it. Speak to Border Patrol agents in the state of Texas or the state of Arizona or even the state of California. Speak to the Border Patrol agents.
Thank you. I posted on Instagram, bro. The people that are commenting and caring about human trafficking, these news outlets, they never cared about it just a couple years ago, bro. Epstein. There's a catalog full
Yeah,
of,
bro.
some celebs and shit.
They
and
silenced that shit
politicians.
up real quick.
Free the list. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to die. I want this podcast to be something. So all I'll say for now is free the list.
Tell you that human trafficking is out of control. And what is our president doing about it? Nothing. He's trying to open
He's
the
not doing shit. This
He's not
guy,
doing
he's
nothing.
trying.
Oh my God! No, wait, no. Donald Trump put millions of dollars into stopping human trafficking. He had that whole little thing he made when he came into office. That whole foundation, everything about it, it got canceled when Biden came into office. It's no longer a thing. It's no longer a thing. Why is it no
And
longer a thing?
he just does everything for votes, like pointless ass bills, pointless ass shit, just to appeal to all you fucking NPCs.
Yeah, like for real, bro. If you hear this nigga, bro, he said, I grew up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood with the Puerto Rican. No, you didn't. You white as hell, bro. What the fuck?
And then
You was
everybody
voting
forgets that he's the one that's signed this bill that it's why half of the fucking minorities are in jail. Like,
Ding dong. You fucking idiots.
the borders even further. God knows how much human trafficking is going on. Only God knows because we don't. We just know it's at a very high level. That's been reported. We understand that. And the White House knows about it. And so do all the left politicians. They understand
Yeah.
it. So before you start screaming at Andrew Tate about an allegation that is yet unproven and nothing has been shown yet to
Thank
substantiate
you.
that,
I literally
not at the
posted
time
that.
of my making this video, okay? Talk about our own southern border. And let me ask you this, Epstein, we know there was human trafficking there.
I just said it.
Where's all the details? Why has nothing been released? Why? Because the Clintons are involved? Why? Because, I don't know. I heard that Trump might have been on that airplane too, or might have visited him. I don't know. We do know that there were a lot of politicians, a lot of famous people were involved with Epstein. No,
but nobody
But
wants to say
They will
anything.
never.
Because I never seen anything about Andrew Tate on that plane.
Because he wasn't there. Fucking shit, bro. There's literal pictures. There's literal evidence of these people. Bill Gates having so much connections with this guy, even after he'd been convicted in California for it. Because before he actually got arrested, he got charged 2 times and was in jail 2 times for it. And all his business partners kept being business partners. The only person who stopped was Donald Trump, from my knowledge. But he may very much also be a person, who did something. I'm not.
The guy didn't get canceled by nobody. He didn't get dropped. Nobody dropped his fucking.
He kept his Chase account. This is a very big one, right? He kept his Chase account. Why did Chase?
He kept his life.
He kept his life in general. But why would Chase allow him to keep a bank account when he actually been convicted of something that serious? But Kanye West says words that the media doesn't like. his account gets shut down, and that's okay.
Andrew Tate too.
And
All his shit
you
got
all
frozen.
viewers agree that that should be a thing. Why? Are you brainwashed? Are you retarded? Oh, come on, bro.
No doubt. Why haven't we gotten the details about that? That was human trafficking. That's been proven. His girlfriend spoke about it.
Child trafficking.
Yeah.
Child
Children
trafficking, to
at
be
that.
in specific.
Proven. She's been convicted of it in a way. We're not hearing anything about that, are we? Why not?
Why?
And let me tell you something. Before people start screaming about this, why are we still not knowing what's going on in the Hunter Biden investigation? We know.
Another thing, this guy Hunter
He was
Biden.
getting mills, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, my pop's the president. Say that. We cashing out, gang. That'd have been me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a
That's a
fuck.
fact though. But nobody see they. I don't know. I don't understand. They're
I don't know what he did. Wait,
prioritizing-
hold up. Before you continue, I don't know if Hunter Biden like was a part of that human trafficking shit. I'm not saying I
No,
would
no,
have
he's
done
not a
that.
part of that. He was.
I just know he was making money.
He was. Yeah, he was doing illegal deals with countries.
Yeah, I'd have been on that same time, man.
But it's
I'm
just
broke as a
crazy
bitch,
that they push people to be so against certain shit that doesn't even matter.
Doesn't the media? All this
Fact.
shit is.
We know for a fact that there was a huge cover up there of Hunter Biden for sure, and most likely Joe Biden. And you know what? I think these facts are going to come out in January when Republicans take over the House. If they continue to have a spine, they talk pretty good. Let's see if they implement that. Why? Because we as Americans need to get the truth. We need to know it about Andrew Tate. We need to know it about Hunter Biden. We need to know it about Joe Biden. And we need to know what's going on really on the southern border and why there hasn't been a stop put to this. There's something wrong here. Why am I saying this? Now, I'm not a friend of Andrew Tate's. We don't hang out together. We didn't go out to dinner. In that we have communicated because we have some similar ideas about men being men, young men being men, acting like men. So we've spoken about that. And there's some things, again, that I agree with him. But I'm telling you this, I'm a big advocate of innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, when people have something against people because they have disagreements in their ideology, okay, they already start to formulate, they already convict people before they see any evidence. And I hope that doesn't happen here in Andrew Tate's case because he has been taken over the coals for things that he said. And you know what? He has an opinion. He has an opinion. And you know what? We can go wild with this. We can say, well, he's influencing young men. Really? Well, so a lot of people are influencing young men. Hollywood are influencing young men. All the violence we see in movies, all the violence we see on television.
What are they exactly influencing men to be?
Exactly.
I don't want to get into it. That's the one thing I'm not getting into right now.
But you guys could do your own research. You guys know what Hollywood's doing. You guys know what Instagram's doing. You guys know everything that they're doing. They're pushing all this provocative bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, the violence that we see on the news, that influences, a lot of things influence people. But if you have an opinion that you can't prove is hurting anybody, you know, that's an opinion. And Andrew happens to be very outspoken about it.
who
So I
just
just
said
want to
that?
make this very, very clear. At this point in time, based upon what we know, and we don't know a lot, there is an investigation. Andrew has been detained along with his brother Tristan. We don't know at this moment if he's going to be charged or not. So yes, he is innocent at this point in time until we get more facts, more details. And again, even if he is charged, it doesn't mean that he's guilty. He'll go to trial. Law will, the legal system will run its course, and we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, people, the left has a tendency to do this, man. They jump all over people that disagree with their ideology, with their progressive ideology.
Nobody sees this though. People still consume and involve themselves in the nonsense that they're being fucking fed. They're like sheep, hungry sheep that just need something to eat.
Yeah, like you don't have to like the guy. Honestly, like I don't
You
fucking
have to like,
yeah,
fuck
no,
it.
I don't fucking sit here and I'm not advocating for anyone to just be a fucking fan of him or some shit. Bro, but just open your eyes a little bit. Like realize what's happening, Like this guy has zero law problems. He's a multi-millionaire. He is trying to advocate for young men to be young men. And
I think forget what he's trying to advocate and just look at him as a human being, and just he's a guy with an opinion.
yeah, literally,
And because of that opinion, the whole world is against him. Like
literally, I think about that
he
like
has some kind of power.
yeah, like I think about it like me. Like I can't stand there like this guy. He's talking so calm and like well spoken. Like I got too much fucking
This is probably the best
yeah.
video we could have pulled up, honestly.
Honestly, I have like way too much passion in my heart, bro. Like I think about it like, what if this was me, bro? Like we created this podcast right now. What if a bunch of people just watch our shit and they don't fuck with it, and then some shit like this try to happen to us? I would be going crazy, bro. I know I ain't do shit. Like what the fuck? Like that's
I'd
why
be smoking a
it makes
blunt
me.
waiting for the cops, bro. I don't give a fuck.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I would have been dipped to Dubai if I knew that shit.
That's
I'd
a
have
fact, bro.
dipped.
All right, let's finish this.
And I hope it doesn't happen here because this young man, and he is a young man, he's 36 years old, has been taken through the coals for giving his opinion. He's very opinionated. But as at this point, there is no proof that he's done anything wrong whatsoever.
Ever actually, like he has nothing. Everything that has been
Literally.
said until this point has been disproven.
Isn't that crazy? He has zero criminal record, but he is looked at as like one of the worst people.
One of the worst people in the world.
It's pretty insane how people allowed that to happen.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm pulling for him because again, it's very, very hard for me to believe a guy of his stature, who's got tremendous amount of money. He's a wealthy guy. He's a good-looking guy. Women would flock to him. I'm sure they are flocking to him. He doesn't need to do anything like this. And the allegation that they're forcing them so that they can make money, by putting this pornography on the internet, that's what I'm reading. That's what I've heard. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And once again,
I'm glad this guy knows that it makes no sense. Like where's the porn? Like I want to watch it. Where's it at?
Okay. All right. I got it. Yeah.
Like where's all this shit? What website is this on?
Yo, wait, no, wait. All right, for a second, like you were saying some wild shit, but now you're actually like making a little bit of sense.
Where the fuck? Where? Like
If
where
they were
is
forced
this
to do
porn?
pornographic content
For a website? Where's the
for a
website?
website, what?
Who are the bitches? Where are the bitches at?
Yeah.
Who
I'm
are
not,
they?
I'm
Are
not
they-
understanding this.
Because they don't care to say who the criminals are, but these quote unquote victims, who the fuck are they? Where are they at?
I'm not understanding that one. Everyone
'Cause
should be able to see the content if it was.
Because any of these
I don't know.
other victims that have these things, they usually are known. Not even known like famous, but I mean like they're saying, oh, this person is saying these people are doing this to them. But hey, it's a different country. What are we gonna do?
for those of you on the left that might be screaming about him or might be gloating, Greta Thunberg also might be gloating about this. Why aren't you not interested in what's happening or why we don't have any details with Epstein? Why are you not interested in the absolute fact that human trafficking is taking place in great numbers across our southern border because we have a
Daily, by the way, daily.
This guy's bringing up some
president
great
who
points.
refuses to even visit the southern border, who has fought
Wow.
Title 42. He wants it repealed. He doesn't want it anymore. He wants more immigrants to come in, more human trafficking, more people to get murdered.
Yeah, more people that I'm not gonna say I'm racist or nothing, but more people that don't belong here.
Okay. All right. My
There's some
thoughts on
people,
this.
yes, that are running away from fucking all this other shit, but that's fine. It's still with the system that Trump had in place. Those people could still get in.
Yeah.
We don't want criminals. We don't want human traffickers. We don't want any of that shit.
I don't think people understand when the border is open. I mean, more people have access to the United States, and
People just see this
they make
they
things
just
so
see
much
one
easier.
side. They see, oh, we need these people who are suffering in these countries to come
Yeah.
here and have a better life. That's all fine and dandy. They can do
Yeah.
that without sneaking over the border.
I mean, all right, let me put this straight though. I'm gonna say it as straight up as possible. If I grew up in fucking Mexico or some shit and there was some wild ass shit happening in like where I was from, mad people dying, my friends dying, my fucking family being human trafficked and shit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm jumping that border, bro. Say what you want to say. I don't think it's
Yeah,
wrong for the
no,
people
that's
to jump the border.
fine.
I don't
I'm
think it's
just
wrong for the
saying.
people to jump the border, and I don't think those people are wrong for doing what they do. I think I think what's wrong is like people people think when someone says like block off like block off, make a wall or some shit, or have more border control. It's just to make sure that the people that are actually going through hardships are actually going through hardships and they're not just faking it to get into the
Literally.
country for some illegal activities or
And
for
some people are coming for better, but they come and bring like
worse.
they're still doing work for like somebody over there. Like they're like bringing drugs. They're like, okay, bring these drugs. We'll have somebody on the other side, and then you could go free, and then boom, everything's good.
And I ain't saying I'm a fucking drug dealer, but that shit happens.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either, but I know how shit works.
Ask the Border Patrol agents. People are getting murdered. People that are coming over, they're dying. Several hundred deaths already as a result of this. Didn't happen through the Trump administration. I'm sorry, whether you like Trump or not, these are the facts. So before you start hollering and formulating opinions about Andrew Tate, let's ask the same questions about the southern border, about Hunter Biden. I'm not even getting into the seediness with that guy. Joe Biden, if he was involved with Hunter, seems like he was. We have a
Oh,
laptop to
man.
prove it, even though it's been hidden. We're not getting all the facts of that investigation for some reason. Okay? And the left doesn't even want to write about it. They were trying to suppress it. Why? We are entitled to know that. These are people in government. These are people that have an impact on our lives. Andrew Tate.
That's another thing about
You
the
guys care.
media and shit. They'll post it for one day to make it seem like they give a fuck, and then
They
after
don't.
that, it's a whole new story. It's over.
Whole
But
new
Andrew
story.
Tate, Andrew Tate's gonna be
Actually,
talked about for a whole week just to demonize him.
but actually, what they really do is post it, and then the next day post something so controversial or something that's happening that's they want to cancel someone or whatever the case is, or
Anything
some
else to
shit
distract
happening
you from
in
yesterday.
exactly some shit happening in Ukraine or a new bill that was just signed. Anything to get your mind off of what you
Off of
just
what they
heard.
just saw.
It's pretty obvious, man.
Tate doesn't, but he does. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden do. He's the president, and that's the president's son. So, again, before you jump to conclusions with Andrew Tate, let's go across the board and be fair and get all the answers. And we'll see. I'm going to follow up on this because I really am concerned. I really want to see and how they deal with this and how they handle this. So, that's it for today. How do I always?
That was a good video, honestly.
That was a great video.
That's
I
probably
mean,
the best one we could have watched. I don't really know if there's one better because that really
Yeah.
hit every aspect that I even wanted to touch on today.
real shit, and it hit all the aspects I wanted to touch on too. But I think just to end this off, like I think I want to just say again, I do not support uh human trafficking. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
we don't
real
support
or
any of
not.
these criminal allegations, but
Yeah.
again, they're allegations.
They're allegations, and we have to take them as allegations, and we have to bring back in America or in media in general, innocent until proven guilty. If somebody hasn't done something and been convicted of it and charged, and a thorough investigation, whatever, then why the fuck is everyone coming at him? Why is everybody making him seem like he is guilty? Um, when there's very little evidence, like zero to none.
Literally.
So I think we should just bring that back in this world, innocent until proven guilty. Because the second you guys start making it guilty until proven innocence, this whole world is gonna change. That is set in stone for a reason. Innocent until proven guilty. You're giving the government more power by automatically accusing somebody of something when there's no fucking evidence. Because then, when it's you, motherfucker, and they want to put you in jail, they need no evidence. The world will side with them. You are helping them.
And
You're
it's not
helping
even
them.
about the government because there is some people who are against all that left shit, right?
Yeah.
But it's all about the left. Like they just are pushing this shit so hard that it's just becoming. First off, it's just
I'm not political. I don't know none of that shit.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, it
just
doesn't even
saying.
matter. But it's just a bunch of they're just throwing so much at these people and just giving them something to believe in, and they're just eating it up.
And they're eating it up. Like it's
And
crazy,
there's
man.
not really much we can do but make this podcast and show people that there is another, not even another side, but just open your mind, bro. There's there's just shit that makes sense and shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like without a side to pick, just pick common sense. Like
Allow yourself to not take a narrative that's being given to you, right? So I go on YouTube. First thing I saw, Andrew Tate arrested. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
and imagine for the normal person, it's probably that first NBC video.
Oh my god, where they're saying he's a professional provocateur or some shit. What the fuck is that? You just making up random labels now, bro? Come on. Shit is weird, bro. This shit is
but what-
weird and it needs to stop.
Yeah. And with all that said, thank you guys for watching the first episode of Rebel Radio. I'm Salvador. And we'll see you guys next week on another episode.